All right. I think we are live, everybody. It's exciting. Just give it a minute to catch up. Hello, everybody. Coming at you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. I hope it's up and running. I think it's up and running. This is a brand new crazy world that we're living in, and I think I'm just going to make sure that this is working before I launch into our very important land acknowledgement. Perfect. All right, wonderful. Hi, Colin. Thank you. Make sure to go into the comment section, everybody. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and any other, ideas or comments along the way. We'd love to hear from you. I've always been so bad for looking at myself in the computer. I'm just going to cover up my own face so that I can pay attention to you guys up here. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tigers Hearts Collective live online performance of Shakespeare's Troilus and Cressida. We are bringing you this story today from Amisquichiswaskayakan on Treaty 6 territory, the ancestral home and traditional meeting grounds of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, and Nakota Sioux, and also from the Otisquanie area on Treaty 7 territory, home to the Blackfoot, Kainai, Piikani, Siksika, Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda First Nation. These are also the lands of the Métis, Inuit, and other peoples who have cared for the land and told stories here for many thousands of years before us. We honor them, and we acknowledge that we have been beneficiaries of the treaty agreements that have allowed us to build our lives here. Tigers Hearts Collective is thrilled to be bringing you this performance, our very, very first online performance. So thank you for sharing that with us. And we're bringing this to you today with the support of the National Arts Centre, Centre National des Arts, #CanadaPerforms series. We're very thrilled that they're continuing this series throughout the summer as artists find ways to connect with audiences online. And this event, of course, is sponsored by Facebook Canada, Slate Music, SiriusXM, and RBC. Now, as theatre artists, we are working very hard to reconnect with our audiences. We love you, and we want to bring you exceptional live theatre experiences. So if you enjoy the show or connect with our vision, please stick around until the end of the performance for a very exclusive look at our upcoming performances, as well as a link to our GoFundMe page, where you can contribute a ticket price maybe for today's performance, or support our future work, or maybe buy the actors a drink for after the performances. And I do want to mention as well that as an all-female theatre company, we support women in the arts, but we also want to use our voice to support women in our community who are not being heard. Violence towards women is steadily rising, especially during this pandemic. So we encourage you to check out our partner, Winhouse, at www.winhouse.org. That's winhouse.org. Or if you're not in the Edmonton area, consider supporting your local women's shelter. And together we can make victims victorious. Well, without further ado, in Troy, there lies the scene. From isles of Greece, the princes Orgulus, their high blood chafed, have to the port of Athens sent their ships, fraught with the ministers and instruments of cruel war. And their vow is made to ransack Troy, within whose strong immures the ravished Helen, Menelaus' queen, with wanton Paris sleeps. And there's the quarrel. Like or find fault, do as your pleasures are. Now good or bad, 'tis but the chance of war.
Call here my varlet, I'll unarm again. Why should I war without the walls of Troy, that find such cruel battle here within? Each Trojan that is master of his heart, let him to field. Troilus, alas, hath none.
Will this gear ne'er be mended?
The Greeks are strong and skillful to their strength, fierce to their skill and to their fierceness valiant. But I am weaker than a woman's tear, tamer than sleep, fonder than ignorance, less valiant than the virgin in the night, and skillless as unpracticed infancy.
Well, I have told you enough of this. For my part, I'll not meddle nor make no further. He that will have a cake out of the wheat must needs tarry the grinding.
Have I not tarried?
I the grinding, but you must tarry the bolting.
Have I not tarried?
Aye, the bolting, but you must tarry the leavening.
Still have I tarried.
Aye, to the leavening, but here's yet in the word hereafter, the kneading, the making of the cake, the heating of the oven, and the baking. You may stay the cooling too, or you may chance to burn your lips.
Oh, Patience herself, what goddess e'er she be, doth lesser blench at sufferance than I do. At Priam's royal table do I sit, and when fair Cressida comes into my thoughts, oh, so, traitor, when she comes, when is she thence?
Well, she looked yesternight fairer than I e'er saw her look, or any woman else, and her hair not somewhat darker than Helen's. Well, go to. There are no more comparison between the women, but for my part, she is my kinswoman. I would not, as they term it, praise her.
Oh, Pandarus, I tell thee, Pandarus, when I do tell thee, there my hopes lie drowned. Reply not in how many fathoms deep they lie endrenched.
I speak no more than truth.
Ah, thou dost not speak so much.
Faith, I'll not meddle in it. Let her be as she is. If she be fair, 'tis the better for her, and she be not, she's the men's in her own hands.
Say I, she is not fair?
I do not care whether you do or no. She's a fool to stay behind her father.
Sweet Pandarus.
Pray you, speak no more to me. I will leave all as I found it, and there an end.
Peace, you ungracious clamors. Peace, rude sounds. Fools on both sides. Helen must needs be fair, when with your blood you daily paint her thus. I cannot fight upon this argument. It is too stale a subject for my sword. But Pandarus? Oh, gods, how do you plague me? I cannot come to Cressida but by Pandar, and he's as touchy to be wooed to woo as she is stubborn chase against all suit. Her bed is India, there she lies, a pearl. Between this Ilium and where she resides, let it be called a wild and wandering flood, ourself, the merchant, and this sailing Pandar, our doubtful hope, our convoy, and our bark.
They say he's a very man per se, and stands alone.
Well, so do all men, unless they are drunk, sick, or have no legs.
They say he yesterday coped Hector in the battle and struck him down. The disdain and shame whereof hath ever since kept Hector fasting and waking.
Who comes here?
Madam, your uncle Pandarus.
Hector's a gallant man.
As may be in the world, lady.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, good morrow, Uncle Pandarus.
Good morrow, cousin Cressida. What do you talk of? Was Hector armed and gone ere you came to Ilium? Helen was not up, was she?
Hector was gone, but Helen was not up.
Even so, Hector was stirring early.
Ah, that were we talking of, and of his anger.
Was he angry?
So he says here.
True, he was so, and I know the cause too. He'll lay about him today, I can tell them that. And there's Troilus will not come far behind him. Let them take heed of Troilus, I can tell them that too.
What, is he angry too?
Who, Troilus? Troilus is the better man of the two.
Oh, Jupiter, there's no comparison.
What, not between Troilus and Hector? Do you know a man if you see him?
Aye, if I ever saw him before and knew him.
Well, I say that Troilus is Troilus.
Well, then you say as I say, for I am sure he is not Hector.
No, Hector is not Troilus in some degrees.
'Tis just to each of them. He is himself.
Himself. Alas, poor Troilus, I would he were.
He is not Hector.
Himself? No, he's not himself. Would a were himself. Well, gods are above, time must friend or end. Well, Troilus, well, I would my heart were in her body. No, Hector is not a better man than Troilus.
Excuse me.
He is elder.
Pardon me, pardon me.
I've no judgment, niece. Helen herself praised the other day Troilus's complexion above Paris's.
Why, Paris hath color enough.
So he has.
I had as lief Helen's golden tongue had commended Troilus for a copper nose.
I swear to you, I think Helen loves him better than Paris.
Then she's a merry Greek indeed.
Well, cousin, I told you a thing yesterday. Think on't.
So I do.
I'll be sworn 'tis true. He will weep you, and 'twere a man born in April.
And I'll spring up in his tears as 'twere a metal against May.
Hark, hark, they are coming from the field. Shall we stand up here and see them as they pass towards Ilium? Good niece, do, sweet niece Cressida.
At your pleasure.
Here's an excellent place. Here we may see most bravely. I'll tell you them all by their names as they pass by, but mark Troilus above the rest.
Speak not so loud.
Oh, that's Aneas. Is not that a brave man? He's one of the flowers of Troy, I can tell you. But mark Troilus, you shall see anon. Oh, that's Hector. Hector, that, look you, that. There's a fellow. Go thy way, Hector. There's a brave man, niece. Oh, brave Hector. Look how he looks. There's a countenance. Is not a brave man?
Oh, a brave man.
Oh, is it not? It does a man's heart good. Look you with hacks on his helmet. Look you yonder, do you see? Look there, there's no jesting, no laying on. Take off who will, they say. There be hacks.
Those with swords.
Swords, anything he cares not, and the devil come to him, it's all one. By God's lid, it does one's heart good. Oh, yonder comes Paris. Yonder comes Paris. Oh, look you yonder, niece. It's not a gallant man, too. It's not. Why, this is brave now. Who said he came home hurt today? He's not hurt. Why, this will do Helen's heart good now. Would I could see Troilus now. You shall see Troilus anon.
What sneaking fellow comes yonder?
Where? Yonder? That's Diomedes. Oh, 'tis Troilus. There's a man, niece. Hep, brave Troilus, the prince of chivalry.
Peace, for shame, peace.
Mark him, note him. Oh, brave Troilus, look well upon him, niece. Look you how his sword is bloodied, and his helm more hacked than Hector's, and how he looks, and how he goes. Oh, admirable youth, he ne'er saw 23. Go thy way, Troilus, go thy way. Had his sister were a grace or a daughter, a goddess, he should take his pick. Oh, admirable man, Paris is dirt to him, and I warrant Helen to change would give an eye to boot.
Here come more.
Asses, fools, dolts, chaff and Brann, porridge after meat. I could live and die in the eyes of Troilus. Ne'er look, the eagles are gone, crows and daws. I had rather be such a man as Troilus than Agamemnon and all of Greece.
Ah, there is amongst the Greeks Achilles, a better man than Troilus.
Achilles, a drayman, a porter, a very camel.
Oh, well.
Well, why do you have any discretion? Have you any eyes? Do you know what a man is? Is not birth, beauty, good shape, discourse, manhood, learning, gentleness, virtue, youth, liberality, and such like, the spice and salt that season a man.
Aye, a minced man, and then to be baked with no dates in the pie, for then the man's dates out.
You are such a woman, one knows not in what ward you lie.
Upon my back to defend my belly, upon my wit to defend my wiles, upon my secrecy to defend mine honesty, my mask to defend my beauty, and you to defend all of these. And at all these wards I lie, at 1,000 watches.
You say one of your weaknesses.
Nay, I'll watch you for that. And that's one of the chiefest of them too. Well, if I cannot ward what I would not have hit, I can watch you for telling how I took the blow. Unless it swells past hiding, and then it's past watching.
You are such another.
I do, uncle.
I'll be with you, niece, by and by.
Bring, uncle?
Aye, a token from Troilus.
By that same token, you are a bawd. Words, vows, gifts, tears, and love's full sacrifice he offers in another's enterprise. But more in Troilus thousandfold I see than in the glass of Pandar's praise may be. Yet hold I off. Women are angels wooing. Things won are done. Joy soul lies in the doing. That sheepy lad knows not that knows not this. Men prize the thing ungained more than it is. And that she was never yet that ever knew love got so sweet as when desire did sue. Therefore, this maxim out of love I teach. Achievement is command, ungained beseech. And though my heart's content firm love doth bear, nothing of that shall from mine eyes appear.
What grief hath set the jaundice on your cheeks? For princes, 'tis no matter new to us that we come short of our suppose so far, that after 7 years' siege, yet Troy walls stand.
With due observance of thy godlike seat, great Agamemnon, Nestor shall apply thy latest words. Yet in the reproof of chance lies the true proof of men. The sea being smooth, how many shallow bauble boats dare sail upon her patient breast, making their way with those of nobler bulk? But let the ruffian Boreas once enrage the gentle Thetis, and anon behold the strong-ribbed bark either to harbor fled or made a toast for Neptune. Even so doth valor show and valor's worth divide in storms of fortune.
Great Agamemnon, nerve and bone of Greece, heart of our numbers, hear what Ulysses speaks.
Speak, Prince of Ithaca.
Troy, yet upon his basis, had been down, and the great Hector's sword had lacked a master, but for these instances, the specialty of rule hath been neglected. The heavens themselves, the planets, and this center all observe degree, priority, and place. Therefore is the glorious planet soul in noble eminence enthroned and sphered amidst the other, whose medicinable eye corrects the aspects of planets evil, and posts, like the commandment of a king, sans check to good and bad. But when those planets, an evil mixture to disorder wander, what plagues and what portents, what mutiny. Oh, when degree is shaken, which is the ladder to all high design, then enterprise is sick. Take but degree away, untune that string, and hark what discord follows. Great Agamemnon, this chaos, when degree is suffocate, follows the choking, and 'tis this fever that keeps Troy on foot. Not our own sinews to end a tale of length. Troy in our weakness stands, not in her strength.
Most wisely hath Ulysses here discovered the fever wherein all our power is sick.
The nature of the sickness found, Ulysses. What is the remedy?
The great Achilles, whom opinion crowns the forehand and the sinew of our host, having his ear full of his airy fame grows dainty of his worth, and in his tent lies mocking our designs. With him Patroclus upon a lazy bed, the livelong day they tax our policy, call it cowardice, count wisdom as no member of the war. Why, this hath not a finger's dignity. They call this closet war, mappery, bedwork. Blunt wedges rive hard knots. The seated pride that hath to this maturity blown up in rank Achilles muster now be cropped, or shedding breed a nursery of like evil to overbulk us all.
Well, and how?
This challenge that the gallant Hector sends, however it is spread in general name, relates in purpose only to Achilles. Therefore, 'tis meet Achilles meet not Hector. Let us, like merchants, show our foulest wares, make a lottery, and by device, let blockish Ajax be the one to draw the sword to fight with Hector. Among ourselves, allow him for the better man. Our project's life, this shape of sense assumes. Ajax employed plucks down Achilles' plumes.
Thersites!
The plague of Greece upon thee, thou beef-witted lord.
Toadstool, learn me the proclamation.
Thou art proclaimed a fool, I think.
Do not, Porpentine, do not, my fingers itch.
I would thou didst itch from head to foot, and I had the scratching of thee. I would make thee the loathsomest scab in Greece.
I say the proclamation.
Aye, do, thou sodden-witted lord. Thou hast no more brain than I have in mine elbows. And Asenego may tutor thee, thou scurvy valiant ass. If thou used to beat me, I will begin at thy heel and tell what thou art by inches, thou thing of no bowels, thou.
You dog.
You scurvy lord.
Why? How now, Ajax? How now, Thersites? What's the matter, man?
I bade the vile owl go learn me the tenor of the proclamation, and he rails upon me.
I serve thee not.
Well, go to, go to.
There's Ulysses, and old Nestor, whose wit was moldy ere your grandsires had nails on their toes. Yoke you, like draft oxen, to make you plow up the wars. Oh yes, good sooth. To Ajax, to Achilles, to...
I shall cut out your tongue.
'Tis no matter, I shall speak as much as thou afterward.
No more words, Thersites, peace.
I will hold my peace when Achilles' bratch bids me, shall I?
That's for you, Patroclus. Come, what's Agamemnon?
Agamemnon is a fool. Achilles is a fool. Thersites is a fool. And, as aforesaid, Patroclus is a fool.
Derive this. Come.
Agamemnon is a fool to offer command Achilles. Achilles is a fool to be commanded of Agamemnon. Thersites is a fool to serve such a fool. And Patroclus is fool positive.
Marry this, sir, is proclaimed through all our host, that Hector by the 5th hour of the sun will with a trumpet twixt our tents in Troy tomorrow morning call some knight to arms that hath a stomach and such a one that dare maintain, I know not, 'tis trash. Farewell.
Farewell. Who shall answer him?
I know not. 'Tis put to lottery, otherwise he knew his man.
Oh, meaning you. I will go learn more of it.
Here's such patchery, such juggling and such knavery. All the argument is a cuckold and a whore. A good quarrel to draw emulous factions and bleed to death upon. And now the dry serpigo on the subject, and war and lechery confound all.
What is he more than another?
No more than what he thinks he is.
Is he so much? Do you not think he thinks himself a better man than I am?
No question.
Will you subscribe his thought and say he is?
No, noble Ajax, you are as strong, as valiant, as wise. No less noble, much more gentle, and altogether more tractable.
Achilles stands at the entrance of his tent. Please it our general to pass strangely by him as if he were forgot, and princes all lay negligent and loose regard upon him.
We'll execute your purpose and put on a form of strangeness as we pass along. So do each lord, and either greet him not or else disdainfully, which shall shake him more than if not looked on. I will lead the way.
What? Comes the general to speak with me? You know my mind, I'll fight no more against Troy.
What says Achilles? Would he aught with us?
Would you, my lord, aught with the general?
No.
Nothing, my lord.
Ah, the better.
Good day. Good day.
Now, Patroclus.
Good morrow, Ajax.
Huh?
Good morrow.
Aye, and good next day, too.
What mean these fellows? Know they not Achilles?
It passed by strangely. They were used to bend to send their smiles before them to Achilles, to come as humbly as they used to creep to holy altars.
What? Am I poor of late? 'Tis certain greatness once fallen out with fortune must fall out with men too, but 'tis not so with me. Fortune and I are friends. I do enjoy at ample point all that I did possess, save these men's looks who do me thinks find out something not worth in me such rich beholding as they have often given. Here is Ulysses.
Oh, heavens, what a man is there! A very horse! Ajax renowned! Oh, heavens, what some men do when some men leave to do. To see these Grecian lords, why, even now they clap the lubber Ajax on the shoulder as if his foot were on brave Hector's breast in great Troy shrieking.
I do believe it, for they passed by me as misers do by beggars, and gave to me neither good word nor look. What, are my deeds forgot?
Time hath, my lord, a wallet at his back, wherein he puts alms for oblivion. A great-sized monster of ingratitude. Those scraps are good deeds past, which are devoured as fast as they are made, forgot as soon as done. Perseverance, dear my lord, keeps honor bright. If you give way or hedge aside from the direct forthright, like to an entered tide, they all rush by and leave you hindmost. For time is like a fashionable host who slightly shakes his parting guest by the hand, then opens his arms as he would fly, and grasps in the comer welcome, ever smiles, then farewell goes out sighing. Huh. Oh, let not virtue seek remuneration for the thing it was. For beauty, wit, high birth, vigor of bone, desert and service, love, friendship, charity, they're subjects all to envious and calumniating. Time. The present eye praises the present object. Then marvel not, thou great and complete man, that all the world should worship Ajax, since things in motion sooner catch the eye than what not stirs. The cry went once on thee, and still it might, and yet it may again, if thou wouldst not entomb thyself alive and encase thy reputation in thy tent. whose glorious deeds, but in these fields of late made emulous missions amongst the gods themselves, and drave great Mars to faction.
Of this, my privacy. I have strong reasons.
But 'gainst your privacy, the reasons are more potent and heroical. And better would it suit Achilles much to throw down Hector than Polyxena. Farewell, my lord, I as your lover speak. The fool slides over the ice that you should break.
To this effect, Achilles, have I moved you? A woman, impudent and mannish grown, is not more loathed than an effeminate man in time of action. I stand condemned for this. They think my little stomach to the war, and your great love to me restrains you thus. Sweet, rouse yourself, and the weak, wanton Cupid shall from your neck unloose his amorous folds, and like a dewdrop from the lion's mane be shook to air.
Shall Ajax fight with Hector?
Aye, and perhaps receive much honor by him.
I see my reputation is at stake. My fame is shrewdly gored.
And beware, those wounds heal ill that men do give themselves.
Sweet Patroclus, I have a woman's longing, an appetite that I am sick withal to see great Hector in his weeds of peace, to talk with him and to behold his visage even to my full of view.
After so many hours, lives, speeches spent, thus once again, says Nestor from the Greeks, deliver Helen, and all else shall be struck off. Hector, what say you to it? I'm sorry, Hector.
Though no man lesser fears the Greeks than I, let Helen go. What merits in that reason that denies the yielding of her up?
Fie, fie, my brother. Weigh you the worth and honor of a king, so great as our dread father, in a scale of common ounces? Here are your reasons. You know an enemy intends you harm. You know a sword employed is perilous. And reason flies the object of all harm. Nay, if we talk of reason, let's shut our gates and sleep.
Brother, she is not worth what she doth cost the holding.
What is aught but as 'tis valued?
But value dwells not in particular will.
I take today a wife, and my election is led on in the conduct of my will. We turn not back the silks upon the merchant when we have soiled them, nor the remainder viands. We do not throw in unrespective sieve because we now are full. It was thought meet Paris should do some vengeance on the Greeks. Your breath of full consent bellied his sails. He brought a Grecian queen, whose youth and freshness wrinkles Apollo's and makes stale the morning. Is she worth keeping? Why, she is a pearl, whose price hath launched above 1,000 ships and turned crowned kings to merchants. Oh, theft most base, that we have stolen what we do fear to keep.
Cry, Trojans, cry!
What noise? What shriek is this?
'Tis our mad sister, I do know the sound.
Cry, Trojans!
Is Cassandra.
Cry, Trojans, cry! Lend me 10,000 eyes and I will fill them with prophetic tears.
Peace, sister, peace.
Cry, Trojans, cry! Practice your eyes with tears. Troy must not be, nor goodly Ilium stand. Our firebrand brother Paris burns us all. Cry, Trojans, cry! A Helen and a woe. Cry, cry! Troy burns, or else let Helen go.
Now, youthful Troilus, do not these high strains of divination in our sister work some touches of remorse? Or is your blood so madly hot that no discourse of reason, nor fear of bad success in a bad cause can qualify the same?
Why, brother Hector? Because Cassandra's mad? Her brain-sick raptures cannot distaste the goodness of a quarrel, which hath our several honors all engaged to make it gracious.
Father, your full consent gave wings to my pretension and cut off all fears attending on so dire a project. For what? Alas, can these my single arms? Were I alone to pass the difficulties and had as ample power as I have will, Paris shall ne'er retract what he hath done, nor faint in the pursuit.
Paris, you speak like one besotted on your sweet delights. You have the honey still, but these the gall. So to be valiant is no praise at all.
Sir, I propose not merely to myself, the pleasures such a beauty brings with it, but I would have the soil of her fair rape wiped off in honorable keeping. What treason were it to the ransacked queen, disgrace to your great words and shame to me, now to deliver her up on terms of base compulsion? Then I say, well, may we fight for her, whom we know well the world's large spaces cannot pale.
Paris and Troilus, nature craves all dues be rendered to their owners. Now, what nearer debt in all humanity than wife is to the husband? If Helen then be wife to Sparta's king, as it is known she is, these moral laws of nature and of nations speak aloud to have her back returned. My opinion is this in the way of truth. Yet, nevertheless, my sprightly brethren, I prepend to you in resolution to keep Helen still, for 'tis a cause that hath no mean dependence upon our joint and several dignity.
Why, there you touched upon the life of our design. Were it not glory that we more affected than the performance of our heaving spleens? I would not wish a drop of Trojan blood spent more in her defense, but worthy Hector. She is a theme of honor and renown, a spur to valiant and magnanimous deeds, whose present courage may beat down our foes, and fame in time to come canonize us. For I presume brave Hector would not lose so rich advantage of a promised glory as smiles upon the forehead of this action.
I am yours.
I am giddy. Expectation whirls me round. The imaginary relish is so sweet that it enchants my sense. What will it be when that the watery palate tastes indeed love's thrice repured nectar? Death, I fear me.
Come. What needs you blush? Shame's a baby. Oh, here she is now. Swear the oaths to her now that you have sworn to me. What, are you gone again? You must be watched ere you be made tame, must you? Come your ways. And you drop backward, we'll put you in the fills. Why do you not speak to her? Come, draw this curtain. Let's see your picture. Last the day, how loath you are to offend daylight. And 'twere dark, you'll close sooner. So, Raboud, kiss the mistress.
You have bereft me of all words, lady.
Words pay no debts, give her deeds. But she'll bereave you of the deeds too if she call your activity into question. I'll go get a fire.
Oh, let my lady apprehend no fear. In all Cupid's pageant, there is presented no monster.
Nor nothing monstrous neither?
This is the monstrosity in love, lady, that the will is infinite and the execution confined. The desire is boundless and the act a slave to limits.
They say all lovers swear more performance than they are able, yet reserve an ability that they never perform. Are they not monsters?
Are there such? And such are not we. Praise us as we are tasted. Allow us as we prove. Our head shall go bare till merit crown it.
Will you walk in, my lord?
What, blushing still? Have you not done talking yet?
Boldness comes to me now and brings me heart. Prince Troilus, I have loved you night and day for many weary months.
Why was my crescent then so hard to win?
So hard to seem one. Oh, but I was won, my lord, with the first glance that ever... Pardon me, if I confess much, you will play the tyrant. I love you now, but not till now so much, but I might master it. Faith, I lie! Oh, my thoughts were like unbridled children grown too headstrong for their mother. See, we fools, why have I bled? Who shall be true to us when we are so unsecret to ourselves? But though I loved you well, I wooed you not. And yet, good faith, I wished myself a man. Or that we women had men's privilege of speaking first. Oh, sweet, bid me hold my tongue. Oh, for in this rapture I shall surely speak the thing I shall repent. See, your silence. Oh, her cunning in dumbness. From my weakness draws my very soul of counsel. Oh, stop my mouth.
And shall, albeit sweet music issues thence.
Pretty, if faith.
What wouldst thou of us, Trojan? Make demands.
You have a Trojan prisoner called Antenor yesterday took. Troy holds him very dear. Often have you, thanks therefore, desired my crescent in great exchange, whom Troy hath still denied. But this Antenor, I know, is such a rest in their affairs, their negotiations almost slack, wanting his manage, and they will almost give us a prince of blood, a son of Priam in change of him. Let him be sent great princes, and he shall buy my daughter, and her presence shall quite strike off all service I have done in most accepted pain.
Let Diomedes bear him. Bring us crescent hither. Calchas shall have what he requests of us.
This shall I undertake.
Mhm.
It is a burden which I am proud to bear.
Oh dear, trouble not yourself. The morn is cold.
Then, sweet my lord, I'll call mine uncle down. He shall unbolt the gates.
Trouble him not. To bed, to bed. Sleep, kill those pretty eyes. and give as soft attachment to thy senses as infants empty of all thought.
And tell me, noble Diomed, faith, tell me true, even in the soul of sound good fellowship, who in your thoughts merits fair Helen best, myself or Menelaus?
Both alike. He merits well to have her, that doth seek her, not making any scruple of her soiler, which such a hell of pain and world of charge. And you as well, to keep her, that defend her, not palating the taste of her dishonor, with such a costly loss of wealth and friends. He, like a puling cuckold, would drink up the lees and dregs of a flat tamed peace. You, like a lecher, out of whorish loins are pleased to breed out your inheritors. Both merits poised, each weighs nor less nor more, but he for he, the heavier for a whore.
You are too bitter to your countrywoman.
He's bitter to her country. Hear me, Paris. For every false drop in her body veins, a Grecian's life hath sunk. For every scruple of her contaminated carrion weight, a Trojan hath been slain. Since she could speak, she hath not given so many good words breath, as for her Greeks and Trojans suffered death.
Fair Diomed, you do as chapmen do. Dispraise the thing that you desire to buy. But we in silence hold this virtue well. We will but commend what we intend to sell.
Is the prince there in person? And I so good a reason to lie along as you, Prince Paris. Nothing but heavenly business would rob my bedmate of my company.
That's my mind too. Good morrow, Lord Aeneas.
A valiant Greek, Aeneas. Take his hand.
Oh, the one another Diomed embraces. Our bloods are now in calm, and so long health. But when contention and occasion meet, by Jove, I'll play the hunter for thy life with all my force, pursuit, and policy.
And thou shalt hunt a lion that will fly with his face backward. In humane gentleness, welcome to Troy. Now, by Anchises' life, welcome indeed. By the hand of Venus, I swear no man alive can love in such a sort the thing he means to kill more excellently.
We know each other well.
We do, and long to know each other worse.
This is the most despiteful gentle greeting, the noblest hateful love that e'er I heard of. What business, Lord, so early?
I was sent for to the king, but why I know not.
Oh, his purpose meets you. 'Twas to bring this Greek to Calchas' house, and there to render him for the enfreed Antenor, the fair Cressida. My brother Troilus lodges there tonight. Rouse him, and give him note of our approach. What with the whole quality wherefore, I fear we shall be much unwelcome.
That I assure you. Troilus had rather Troy were born from Greece than Cressida born from Troy.
There is no help. The bitter disposition of the time will have it so. On, Lord, we'll follow you.
What's all the doors open in here?
It is your uncle.
Oh, a pestilence on him. Now will he be mocking. Oh, I shall have such a life.
How go maidenheads? Oh, here, you maid. Where's my cousin Cressida?
Go hang yourself, you naughty mocking uncle. You bring me to do when you flout me too.
To do what? To do what? What? Let her say what? What have I brought you to do?
Oh, come, be shrew your heart. You'll never be good nor suffer others.
Alas, poor wretch! Oh, poor Copatria! Has it not slept tonight? Would he not, naughty man, let it sleep? Oh, bugbear, take him!
Did not I tell you? Oh, where you were knocked in the head.
Who's that at the door?
Good uncle, go and see.
Who's there? What's the matter? Will you beat the door down now? What's the matter?
Good morrow, Lord. Good morrow.
Who's there? Oh, my lord Aneas, by my troth, I knew you not. What news with you so early?
Is not Prince Troilus here?
Here? What should he do here?
Oh, now, what's the matter?
My lord, I scarce have leave to salute you, my matter is so rash. There is at hand Paris, your brother, and our Antenor delivered to us, and for him forthwith, ere the first sacrifice, within this hour, we must give up to Diomedes' hand the Lady Cressida.
Is it so concluded?
By Priam and the general state of Troy, they are at hand and ready to effect it.
How my achievements mock me. I will go and meet them. And my lord Aeneas, we met by chance. You did not find me here.
Good, good, my lord. The secrets of nature have not more gift in taciturnity.
Is't possible? No sooner got but lost. The devil take Antenor. The young prince will go mad. A plague upon Antenor. I would they had broke his neck.
How now? What's the matter? Who was here?
Prithee, get thee in. Wouldst thou had ne'er been born? I knew thou would be his death. Oh, poor gentleman, a plague upon Antenor.
Good uncle, I beseech you on my knees. Beseech you, what's the matter?
Thou must be gone, wench, thou must be gone. Thou art changed for Antenor. Thou must to thy father and be gone from Troilus. 'Twill be his death, 'twill be his bane. He cannot bear it.
It is great morning, and the hour prefixed of her delivery to this valiant Greek comes fast upon. Good, my brother Troilus, tell you the lady what she is to do, and haste her to the purpose of it.
Walk into her house. I'll bring her to the Grecian presently, and to his hand when I deliver her. Think it an altar, and thy brother Troilus a priest, their offering to it his own heart.
I know what 'tis to love, and would, as I shall pity I could help.
Be moderate, be moderate.
Why tell you me of moderation? The grief is fine, full, perfect that I taste, and violenteth in a sense as strong as that which causeth that. How can I moderate it? If I could temporize with my affection, or brew it to a weak and colder palate, the like aliment I could give my grief. My love admits no qualifying dross, will no more my grief in such a precious loss.
Here you come.
I must then to the Grecians.
No remedy.
A woeful crescent mongst the merry Greeks. When shall we see again?
Hear me, my love. Be thou but true of heart.
I true. How now, what wicked deem is this? Oh, you shall be exposed, my lord, to dangers as infinite, as imminent. But I'll be true.
And I'll grow friend with danger. Wear my sleeve.
And you, my glove. When shall I see you?
I shall corrupt the Grecian sentinels to give thee nightly visitation, but yet be true.
Oh, heavens. Be true again.
Hear why I speak it, love. The Grecian youths are full of quality. They're loving, well composed with gifts of nature, flowing and swelling o'er with arts and exercise. How novelty may move and parts with person. Alas, a kind of godly jealousy, which I beseech you, call a virtuous sin, makes me afeard.
Oh, heavens, you love me not.
Die I a villain then? In this I do not call your faith in question, so mainly as my merits. But be not tempted.
Do you think I will?
Nay, good, my lord.
Come, kiss and let us part.
Brother Troilus.
My lord, will you be true?
Ha, who I? Alas, it is my vice, my fault. Fear not my truth. The moral of my wit is plain and true. There's all the reach of it.
Fair Lady Cressida, so please you save the thanks this prince expects. The luster in your eye, heaven in your cheek pleads your fair usage. To Diomed you shall be mistress, and command him wholly.
Grecian, thou dost not use me courteously to shame the zeal of my petition to thee in praising her.
Oh, be not moved, Prince Troilus. Let me be privileged by my place and message to be a speaker free. When I am hence, I'll answer to my lust. And know you, Lord, I'll nothing do on charge. To her own worth she shall be prized. But that you say, be it so, I'll speak in my spirit and honor, no.
How have we spent this morning? The prince must think me tardy and remiss that soar to ride before him to the field.
'Tis Troilus' fault. Come to field with him.
Yea, with a bridegroom's fresh alacrity, let us address to tend on Hector's heels. The glory of our Troy doth lie this day on his fair worth and single chivalry.
When was my lord so much ungently tempered to stop his ears against admonishment? Unarm, and do not fight today.
You train me to offend you, get you in. By all the everlasting gods, I'll go.
My dreams will sure prove ominous to the day.
No more, I say.
Where is my brother Hector?
Here, sister, armed and bloody in intent, consort with me in loud and dear petition, pursue we him on knees. For I have dreamed of bloody turbulence, and this whole night hath nothing been but shapes and forms of slaughter.
Oh, 'tis true.
Oh, bid my trumpet sound?
No notes of sally for the heavens, sweet brother.
Be gone, I say. The gods have heard me swear.
The gods are deaf to hot and peevish vows. They are polluted offerings more abhorred than spotted livers in the sacrifice.
Oh, do not count it wholly to hurt by being just. It is as lawful, for we would give much to use theft or rob in the behalf of charity.
It is the purpose that makes strong the vow, but vows to every purpose must not hold unarmed, sweet Hector.
Hold you still, I say. Mine honor keeps the weather of my fate. Life every man holds dear, but the brave man holds honor far more precious dear than life.
Cassandra, call my father to persuade.
I'm today in the vein of chivalry.
Lay hold upon him, Priam. Hold him fast. He is thy crutch. Now if thou lose thy stay, thou on him leaning, and all Troy on thee fall all together.
Come, Hector, come, go back. Thy wife hath dreamt, thy mother hath had visions, Cassandra doth foresee, and I myself am like a prophet, suddenly enwrapped to tell thee that this day is ominous. Therefore, come back.
Aneas is afield, and I do stand engaged to many Greeks, even in the faith of valor, to appear this morning to them.
Aye, but thou shalt not go.
I must not break my faith. You know me dutiful. Therefore, dear sir, let me not shame respect, but give me leave to take that course by your consent and voice, which you do here deny me, royal Priam.
Oh, Priam, yield not to him.
Not, dear father.
Andromache, I am offended with you. By all the love you bear me, get you in. This foolish, dreaming, superstitious girl makes all these bodements.
Oh, farewell, dear Hector. Look how thou diest. Look how thy eye turns pale. Look how thy wounds do bleed at many vents. Hark, how Troy roars. Hecuba cries out. Oh, poor Andromache shrills her dolours forth. Behold, distraction, frenzy, and amazement like witless antics one another meet, and all cry Hector. Hector's dead. Oh, Hector.
Away! Away!
Well, yes, soft Hector, take my leave. Thou dost thyself and all our Troy deceive.
Give with thy trumpet a loud note to Troy, may pierce the head of the combatant, and hail him hither.
No trumpet answers.
'Tis but early days.
Is not yon Diomed with Calchas' daughter? Oh, most welcome to the Greeks, sweet lady.
Our general doth salute you with a kiss.
Yet is the kindness but particular, 'twere better she were kissed in general.
And very courtly counsel. I'll begin. So much for Nestor.
I'll take what winter from your lips, fair lady. Achilles bids you welcome by your leave.
In kissing, do you render or receive?
Both take and give.
I'll make my match to live. The kiss you take is better than you give. Therefore, no kiss.
Oh.
I'll give you boot. I'll give you 3 for 1.
You're an odd man. Give even or give none.
An odd man. Lady, every man is odd.
No, Hector is not.
Oh.
For you know 'tis true, that you are odd and he is even with you.
May I, sweet lady, beg a kiss of you?
You may.
I do desire it.
Why beg then?
Why then, for Venus' sake, give me a kiss. When Helen is a maid again and his.
I am your debtor. Claim it when 'tis due.
Never's my day, and then a kiss from you.
A word? I will bring you to your father.
A woman of quick sense.
Spy upon her. There's language in her eye, her lip, her cheek, nay, her foot speaks. Her wanton spirit looks out in every joint and motive of her body. Oh, these encounterers, so glib of tongue, that bear accosting welcome ere it come, and wide unclasp the tables of their hearts to every ticklish reader. Set 'em down for sluttish spoils of opportunity, daughters of the game.
Is this Achilles?
I am Achilles.
Stand fair, I pray thee, let me look on thee.
Behold thy fill.
Ah, nay, I've done already.
Tell me, you heavens, in which part of his body shall I destroy him? Whether there, or there, or there, that I may give the local wound a name and make distinct the very breach whereout great Hector's spirit flew. Answer me, heavens.
It would discredit the blessed gods, proud man, to answer such a question. Stand again. Think'st thou to catch my life so pleasantly as to predominate in nice conjecture where thou wilt hit me dead?
I tell thee, yeah.
My lord Ulysses, tell me, I beseech you, in what place of field doth Diomed keep?
In his own tent, most princely Troilus, there Diomed doth feast his guest tonight, and neither looks upon the heaven nor earth, but makes all gaze and bent of amorous view on the fair Cressida.
Shall sweet lord be bound to you so much to bring me thither?
You shall command me, sir.
That same Diomed is a false-hearted rogue, a most unjust knave. I'll no more trust him when he leers than I would a serpent when it hisses. They say he keeps a Trojan drab. All after. Nothing but lechery. All incontinent varlets.
And here, a torch may not discover us.
How now, my charge?
Now, my sweet guardian, hark, a word with you.
Yea, so familiar.
She will sing any man at first sight.
And any man may sing her if he can take her to cliff. She's noted.
Will ye remember?
Remember? Yes.
Nay, but do then, and let your mind be coupled with your words.
What should she remember?
This.
Sweet honey Greek, tempt me no more to folly.
Roguery.
Nay, then.
I'll tell you what.
Come tell a pin. You are forsworn.
In faith, I cannot. What would you have me do?
A juggling trick, to be so secretly open.
Diomed.
No, good night. I'll be your fool no more.
Hark! One word in your ear.
Oh, plague and madness.
You are moved. Let us depart, lest your displeasure should enlarge wrathful terms. This place is.
I pray you stay. By hell and all hell's torments, I will not speak a word.
And so good night.
Nay, you part in anger. Guardian, why, break!
Oh, how the devil luxury, this fat rump and potato finger tickles these together. Fry, lechery, fry.
What will you, then?
In faith, I will. La, ne'er trust me else.
Give me some token for the surety of it.
I'll fetch you one.
Now the pledge. Now.
Here, Diomed. Keep this sleeve. You look upon that sleeve, behold it well. He loved me, oh, false wench. Give it me again.
Whose was it?
'Tis no matter. Now I have it again. I will not meet with you tomorrow night. I prithee, Diomed, visit me no more.
Now she sharpens. Well said, Whetstone.
Shall have it.
What, this?
That.
Oh, all your gods! Nay, do not snatch it from me. He that takes that doth take my heart withal.
I had your heart before. This follows it. Come, tell me whose it was.
'Twas one that loved me better than you will. But now you have it. Take it.
Whose was it?
By all Diana's waiting women yond, and by herself, I will not tell you whose. Ah! Well, well, 'tis done. 'Tis past. And yet 'tis not. I will not keep my word.
Why then, farewell. Thou never shalt mock Diomed again.
You shall not go. One cannot speak a word, but it straight starts you.
I do not like this fooling. What? Shall I come? The hour?
I come. Oh, Jove, do come. I shall be plagued.
Farewell till then.
Good night. I prithee, come. Troilus, farewell. One eye yet looks on thee, but with my heart the other eye doth see. Oh, for our sex! This fault in us I find, the error of our eye directs our mind. What error leads must error. Oh, then conclude. Minds swayed by eyes are full of turpitude.
A proof of strength she could not utter more, unless she said my mind is now turned horror.
Let it not be believed for womanhood. Think we had mothers. Do not give advantage to stubborn critics, apt without a theme for deprivation to square the general sex by Cressid's rule. Rather think this not Cressid.
What hath she done that could soil our mothers?
Nothing at all, unless that this were she. This she? No, this is Diomedes Cressida. If beauty hath a soul, this is not she. Cressid is mine, tied with the bonds of heaven. Instance, oh, instance. Strong as heaven itself, the bonds of heaven are slipped, dissolved and loosed, and with another knot, 5-finger tied, the fractions of her faith, the orts of her love, the fragments, the scraps, the bits and greasy relics of her o'er-eaten faith are bound to Diomed.
May worthy Troilus be half attached with that which that his passion doth express.
Hark, Greek. As much as I do Cressid love, so much by weight hate I her Diomed. Oh, Cressid. Oh, false Cressid. False, false, false. Let all untruth stand by thy stained name, and they'll seem glorious.
Oh, contain yourself. Your passion draws ears hither.
Would I could meet that rogue Diomed. I would croak like a raven. Lechery, lechery, still wars and lechery. Nothing else holds fashion. A burning devil take them. Now they're clapper-clawing one another. I'll go look on. The policy of those crafty swearing rascals, that stale old mouse-eaten dry cheese Nestor, and that same dog-fox Ulysses, is not proved worth a blackberry. They set me up in policy, that mongrel cur Ajax against that dog of his badakind Ulysses. And now is the cur Ajax prouder than the cur Ulysses, and will not arm today, whereupon the Grecians begin to proclaim barbarism, and policy grows into an ill opinion.
Renew! Renew! Patroclus is slain. Haste we, Grecians, to reinforcement, or we perish all.
Go, bear Patroclus' body to Achilles, and bid the snail-paced Ajax arm for shame. There is 1,000 Hectors in the field, and there the strawy Greeks, ripe for his edge, fall down before him like the mower's swath.
Oh, courage, courage, princes. The great Achilles is arming, weeping, calling, vowing vengeance. Patroclus' wounds have roused his drowsy blood, together with his dog, those and nose come to him, crying on Hector.
Where is this Hector? Come, come, show thy face, thou boy queller. Know what it is to meet Achilles angry. Hector? Where is Hector? I will none but Hector.
Now is my day's work done. I'll take good breath. Rest, sword, thou hast thy fill of blood and death.
Look, Hector, how the sun begins to set. How ugly night comes breathing at his heels, even with the darking of the sun to close the day up. Hector's life is done.
I am unarmed. Forgo this vantage, Greek.
Strike, fellows, strike. This is the man I seek. So, Ilium, fall thou next. Now, Troy, sink down. Here lies thy heart, thy sinews, and thy bone. On, Myrmidons, and cry you all amain. Achilles hath the mighty Hector slain. Hark, retire upon our Grecian court.
The Trojan trumpets sound alike, my lord.
The dragon wing of night o'erspreads the earth, and stickler-like the armies separates. My half-sup sword that frankly would have fed, pleased with this dainty bait, thus goes to bed. Come, tie his body to my horse's tail. Along the field I will the Trojan trail.
Hector is slain. He's dead. And at the murderer's horse's tail, in beastly sort, dragged through the shameful field. Go into Troy and say that Hector's dead. There is a word, will Priam turn to stone. Scare Troy out of itself, but march away. Hector is dead. There is no more to say.
You hold the news, I lie and wait for a sign. A simple twist of fate. And I think back to the life we knew, the secrets we counted, the life we never had.
Oh no, I still have Helen's face on. Go away. Hi, everybody. Whew-wee. Getting a bit emotional at the end there. Jesus.
I mean, with Lindsay's sultry tones, how can you not?
Right? Oh my God. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around. That was LindsayWalkermusic.com. She is fan-fucking-tastic, if I might say so myself. Yeah, her and I were on Facebook Messenger this morning trying to get this track on, because we're all about, you know, supporting all sorts of women in all sorts of artistic endeavors. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for, you know, putting up with my my very controlling messages maybe this morning. And thank you, everybody, for sticking around and watching the performance and taking it all in with us. It certainly has been a wild ride. And our special announcement, before I forget. Yeah, I mean, things are a little bit crazy right now. I know we as artists are trying to continue to practice our craft and tell you stories and connect with the world around us. We're a very passionate bunch and we want to be doing that. But our standards for our profession are very high. But just because we can't gather together in theaters and produce the work that we love and feel all of you there in that space with us, it doesn't mean that we have to stop making space for sharing and growing and challenging ourselves wherever we can find or make it. So that's why we are going to be starting this Classics Reclaimed series. I know many of us are already participating in play reading groups, and that casual exploration has a wonderful sense of accessibility for both audiences as well as artists in all stages of their careers. But, you know, we love and look forward to those groups, but there is an obvious gap that I think we're really excited to be able to fill. So the Tiger's Heart's Classics Reclaimed series will feature rehearsed monthly play readings of lesser known classical works by female identifying artists, such as the fabulous crew that you saw here tonight. And we might be revisiting a couple of favorites, reimagining them, reframing them, and hopefully we'll be featuring some classical female playwrights and translators as well. You know, classical doesn't just mean early modern. We're going to look at some Greek, we're going to look at some Renaissance, lots of different stuff. The plays will be 60-minute versions to keep them snappy and streamlined, which is of course increasingly important as we all spend more time on this Zoom platform and we're all racking up the screen time. So yeah, 60 minutes. And we need your help, of course. We're releasing our very first Facebook poll today. That is once the actors get back from the Zoom pub, where you can vote for your preferred play. That was a written joke. Obviously, I'm not a comedian. This is why I do classic theater. Yeah, so hop onto our Facebook page and vote for your favorite of the two play selection every month. Each month we'll have 2 different versions for you to choose from, and the poll will run 1 week, and then we'll shut it down so that we can solidify our choice and we can get to work rehearsing for you all. I know you're all very good at this, so hands, drum roll time. I know you're all doing it. I believe it wholeheartedly. So this month's Classics Reclaimed contenders are about as opposite as you can get. The first one is called Fair Maid of the West, and it's by Thomas Heywood. Bess spends her time pulling pints down at the bar, but after being named heiress to a wealthy fortune, she turns pirate and commands a crew that sails the Mediterranean. This is a comedy featuring romance, adventure, cross-dressing, of course, and badass lady pirates. So this is the escapism option. And then our second option for next month is Women Beware Women by Thomas Middleton. Cheeky, right? It's a bit more familiar. It's based on true events. So it's more of a gruesome revenge tragedy revolving around Bianca, who is a young wife, and her husband locks her away for fear of losing her, which ultimately fails, of course. And she unwillingly becomes the mistress to the Duke, not like the Duke in Moulin Rouge, unfortunately. This play is one of my favorites. It features a fantastic chess scene where two women play a very dangerous game for control over the people around them. Of course, everyone dies horribly in the end, and that makes it the dramatic option. So you can make your vote count by going to the Tiger's Hearts Collective Facebook page. And our monthly event is currently slated for the 3rd Thursday of every month. It will be live streamed, just like this one was, from our Facebook page, so you can tune in wherever you are to listen or watch. But we will also be opening up the floor for discussions post-show. So if you want to get in on the conversation, just send us a message or an email and we can connect you into our Zoom room so you can be a part of the discussion. We'd love to have you there. Each month we'll create the event on Facebook so you can RSVP, get reminders as the event gets closer, and get all the extras like rehearsal clips and actor interviews. So make sure that you like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of the virtual stuff, so you can get all of the updates. And don't forget, if you enjoyed tonight's performance, I want to see more from these very, very awesome badass ladies doing some wonderful classical theater stuff. Head over to our GoFundMe page at www.gofundme.com/Tigers Hearts Collective. Or you can just visit tigershearts.com and you can find all of that shit there. Maybe you want to contribute your ticket price or invest in future events. I know as the actors head to the Zoom pub, they would appreciate a drink or two or a round or two on some loving audience members. So they work really, really hard. And in this world where, I'm currently pouring my soul into this little screen, it's a really weird thing. And so we love that you're there giving us that love back. So thank you. And for any performers out there who want to be a part of the Classics Reclaimed series, send me an email, because there are lots of ways that you can get involved, even if you're a performer, if you're a designer, if you're a composer, lots of opportunities there. So just shoot us an email. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to stop this Facebook Live if I am able. Oh, I'm able. There we go. Thank you so much. We love you. See you next time.